If you're telling ChatGPT to write something in my voice, you've already lost. And it's not because it doesn't have the capabilities, because it doesn't have you. Welcome to the Creative Authority Podcast. I'm Matt Goldman, your host. I'm a practicing real estate agent who has dove deep into using AI for a number of years, and I have created a philosophy and a framework around how to use AI in a service-based industry like ours. And it falls under the umbrella of authorship. We put ourselves first and let AI follow, help it bolster whatever we're creating. This is not a podcast about automation. There's a place and a time for all of that, and there are better podcasts about that. This is about how to use AI without losing your identity, without losing your voice, without losing your creativity, and how to retain that authorship moving forward. There's that fear that so many people have that AI is going to take our jobs, and everything that we're being sold, well, most things that we're being sold about AI and how people are using AI is creating this self-fulfilling prophecy. So I'm here to fight that with authorship and what we're calling creative authority. So how to train your ChatGPT, basically. And I know that this is a topic that people talk about and teach about, and a lot of it comes with a bunch of different prompts, right? That's the whole thing. I'm going to prompt it. You're going to need to ask these questions to get that output. I'm here to tell you that your prompts are not irrelevant, but they're not nearly as important as teaching your ChatGPT, your Claude, your Grok, if anybody's still using that, teaching that how you think and how you communicate so that your prompts can be as generic as anybody else is getting, but the output will be uniquely you. There are three ways to do this. So there are three components needed to do this, not three ways to do it. There's one way to do it. Three components that are needed for it. One, first and foremost, you need an AI mission statement. This is not the same mission statement as what you would give to your clients or put on your website. The AI mission statement for you and your business needs to answer one question. Why do I need AI in my business? And so how do you define that? That's the question. I have a worksheet. I will link it into the comments here or with the podcast, depending on how you're viewing this or consuming it. You can come back to it and reference that. This worksheet will walk you through the steps and the questions that you will then, there's a prompt at the end, you will use that prompt to upload it into your ChatGPT, and it will create your mission statement for it. But this is everything from not just who you're serving, but to how you are serving them. So, what type of clients are you working with? Who are you speaking to? Are you working mostly with relocation clients? Are you working with first-time home buyers? Are you working with luxury clients? Who do you want your messaging to go to? Other questions that come up in it are, what outcomes do you care most about for your clients? Are you concerned with ROI? Are you concerned with preparedness, with confidence in making decisions? What types of homes or situations are you especially good at? What do you excel at? Is there a neighborhood that really speaks to you where you want to work or you work really well? How do you advise on improvements? What do you consistently prioritize on, or what do you push back on? How do you explain trade-offs to your clients? These are all really important decisions. And then at the end, we asked ChatGPT to assemble all of this information from these questions and give you a 8 to 12 line mission statement. That mission statement will act as almost like your OS for your ChatGPT, your operating system. It is your AI's governing context. And the next piece of that will be part 2, your decision rules. Decision rules are the guardrails of really how your ChatGPT will operate with your mission statement. It's a lot of what your ChatGPT cannot do. Everything is structured in a if-then scenario. So the prompt will also help you pull your decision rules from your mission statement. So there's not two separate worksheets you have to go through. You just answer the questions about your mission statement. But these decision rules will sound, I'll read you some of mine. I have them right here. If an improvement exists only to appeal to a future buyer, then recommend against it unless it clearly supports long-term value. If communicating value or outcomes, then focus on equity growth, neighborhood strength, and long-term wealth building. This is how I communicate with my clients. If tone trends toward hype, fear, urgency, or exaggeration, then stop and recalibrate to calm, professional, and factual. So a lot of what comes out of my mission statement personally is that I don't use hype, I don't use fear-based marketing, I don't pressure people into making decisions. I offer them education, I offer them context, and I offer them some clarity. And a lot of what I get in my decision rules is if there's not clarity, then we're going to create clarity. And this then, along with the mission statement, are two really, really powerful things. And if you put this into your ChatGPT, this alone will completely alter the output that you're getting. And the idea is, if I give you and 10 other people the same prompt right now, just based on what you've already put into ChatGPT, you will get slightly different things, but it's all going to sound pretty much generic internet fodder. If I give a simple prompt to you and 10 other agents after you've put in your mission statement and your decision rules, you're going to get 10, 11, then wildly unique responses that are all individualized to each person who already put in their mission statement and decision rules. The third part of this is the magic on top. It's like the sprinkles on the cake or the strawberry and the thing, all that. This is your canonical voice reference. This spawns from the idea that we all got that same prompt back in probably June of 2023. That was, tell ChatGPT you're going to upload 3 of your most recent emails, listing descriptions, social media descriptions, and have it create a reference for you. And that was really cool at the time. And if you use it consistently, if you use ChatGPT consistently and you inputted that once, you very likely have seen all of that fall to the wayside because it has a very difficult time retaining that information over multiple chats, over multiple projects. So because it's sand, it's not built on anything stable as a foundation. You're giving examples, you're not teaching it anything. So the Canonical Voice Reference worksheet, which is linked here, or maybe I don't know, maybe we'll link it, you send to my website. I'm learning about all of this, you guys. I'm a real estate agent and I am a coach. I'm not an online marketer, I'll tell you straight up. But this Canonical Voice Reference, let's get back online here, is outrageously powerful for creating the things that come back and say, wow, that sounds like me. That actually is what I would say. It doesn't have that polished generic output that you see in so many things. Like when you open Zillow right now and you see 7 houses that have the same listing description, it just makes me shake my head sometimes. So this is how you explain trade-offs to people, how you structure your emails and your conversations. This is, it starts very simply with, who are you most often writing to? The general public, to other agents, to buyers, to sellers, first-time buyers. The more specific you can get, the better. It moves down to, what do you want the people to feel after communicating with you? What type of action do you expect to receive from your communications? Do you want people to respond to you? Do you want people to schedule appointments? Do you want them to make decisions? And then it goes on to like defining your authority posture. These are questions like, how do you establish credibility without overselling? Describe your approach. These are questions that make you think. And the idea is, aside from just teaching your AI, you yourself are learning how you communicate. This is a really important aspect of it, because once you do this a few times, once you go through this and your AI starts outputting things to you, you see it, and then you see yourself in real life making connections of, oh, I wouldn't want my AI to say that. I can't say that. Oh, this is how I frame value for people. This is how I explain trade-offs. I know how to answer these things more clearly, more sophisticated, more quickly, and more professionally in person because I have done the work on the backside to train my AI, just an added benefit of it. And also things like, what do you refuse to do in writing because it feels untrustworthy, hype, pressure, exaggeration, things to that effect. How do you simplify complex topics? What phrases or words do you typically use? What do you refuse to say? What phrases do you avoid? How do you communicate in different aspects? Do you use short paragraphs? Do you start with long narratives? Do you use bullet points to explain things clearly? All of this is part of this worksheet. And after you answer it, then there is a prompt at the end that allows you to input it into ChatGPT, and it then spits back out to you your canonical voice reference. And the idea is you can then upload your mission statement, your decision rules, and your canonical voice reference into ChatGPT, and it will produce output that is very close to what you want it to sound like. I will give you an example. I just 2 days ago got a new client, investor from California. With every new client, hey, let's hop on the phone for 15, 20 minutes. Let's make sure this is a good fit. I want to hear what you want to do, and I want to make sure that I'm the right person to serve you. We hop on the phone. He says, I have 5 minutes. Here's what I want to do. 1031 exchange from Texas. I'm in California. The house I'm selling is in Texas. We're going to invest it in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I want to do this and that and this and that and the other thing. And as he's speaking, I don't even have time to respond because our phone call is so quick. I'm just thinking of all the reasons that this isn't going to work because of our taxes here, because of our cap rates here, because of the areas that he's targeting, because of his so many things. So I'm telling him, hey, look, there's a number of reasons this isn't. Well, I can't stay on the phone with you. So put it in an email and send it over to me. So, all right, fantastic. The email that I needed to write him in the past would take me at least an hour with all the nuance that was involved with it. So I open up ChatGPT. I start a new project for each client. In that project, I say, this is a client file. Here's my mission statement, decision rules, canonical voice reference that you will use to guide you through every communication that we have within this project. So I put that in. It confirms that it got it. And then I give it all of the information from this phone call. This is what he wants to do. This is what he's thinking, blah, blah, blah. Then I stop. I start a new chat. Write a recap email of our phone call that occurred at this time on this day. We're going to go over this part, that part. This is why this will work. Do deep research online to make sure that my assumption about this is actually correct. Reference that in the email, include a link, blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff comes back with a really well-written email. I had to refine it twice, and then it was ready for me to send. That whole process took 7 minutes. I timed it. I went from at least an hour down to 7 minutes with something that was probably better than what I would have done in the hour. It was more clear. It was more concise. I have a tendency to speak a lot and also write a lot. It's outrageously valuable to be able to do that. And I didn't even have to type anything once I uploaded my decision rules and canonical voice reference and mission statement. I just spoke to ChatGPT and told it what I wanted. That's the power in this. Bring yourself some time. Bring yourself some clarity. This is a really powerful thing to have. So I will put the links in the descriptions, in the show notes, somewhere. I appreciate you being here. If you used this, please come back. Tell me how it went in the comments. Send me an email, matt@mattgoldmanhomes. I'm sure we'll get a Creative Authority email address at one point, but we don't have that yet. So this is a newer thing, but the training is real, and what we're learning together is real. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Subscribe, like, comment, all the things that people do on YouTube or on podcasts or wherever you're seeing this. And it all helps. All of it does. Let's do this together. See you next time.